Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Regina.
How do you spend your free time during the weeks of lockdown, Regina? Repainting the living room or doing exercise classes in the kitchen?
Actually, Neil, I have been doing some online research into my family history. I'm investigating my family tree. Showing all the relationships between the different members of my family.
How interesting and how appropriate because trees are the subject of this program. Not family trees, but real, living in the forest tree.
Well, Neil, it may surprise you, but according to some people, trees also have families. There are mother trees who support and help feed trees.
That's right. According to Susan Smart, one of the world's leading tree researchers, trees would be seen as intelligent. Intelligent. They communicate with each other, they help each other, and as you mentioned, Georgina, they can even tell their family members.
So, she can have his own family's tree. Amazing. Tell me more.
Okay, Georgina, but first let me ask you my quiz question. The largest trees in a wood or a forest are called the mother trees, as they are the biggest. Mother trees usually have the longest, most connected roots. So my question is this: what is the world's largest currently living tree? Is it A, bi bilbo tree, B, a giant redwood tree, or C, a sequoia tree?
I've seen photos of redwood trees in California, California, and they are huge. So I will say B, a giant redwood.
Okay, Georgina, I'm sure you only choose that because it's the easiest one to pronounce, but we'll find the answer at the end of the program. Now let's go back to that tree researcher, Susan Sammer.
Her big idea was the wood wide web, a way of discussing the network of underground woods linking trees to other trees of the same family.
Yes, Susan explaining more about trees families to the BBC World Service program, The Big Idea.
We found, we found that the parent trees would favor those seedlings that were of their kin, own kind. Website, the 的 ginger, ginger.
That's extraordinary, and when you say they favor their own family members, you mean they will send more nutrients to their offspring than they would to as it were a stranger tree.
That's right. Mother tree sends food and nutrients to their own seedlings. Young plant, plants that have been grown from a seed.
In this way, parent trees help their offspring and other work for their children or young. Mother trees can recognize and feed their other trees of their own kin, an old-fashioned word meaning family.
With the extra nutrient, nutrients and carbon they receive, the os- offspring can extend their own root network and suck up even more nutrients.
which in turn increases their own growth, turning some of them into a giants we see growing in California and other parts of the world.
Amazing, with trees behaving in clever ways like this. It's no wonder Susan thinks they have intelligence.
And that's not all. Listen again as Susan discusses the question of whether trees are alive with baby civil service, the big idea. See if you can hear her opinion.
Alive in the sense of having agency in their destinies, instance, o- inst, instant, inst, inst, instant of being, I think a lot of people think of trees as just sort of like these ducks that go out of the ground. They are kind of these inert things that don't have agency in their destinies, that they don't change behaviors and make decisions, but what we are finding is that they do all that, and what's that bad, and think trees are eroded over a long, long, long time, way longer than human beings, and they have eroded in communicated and communicate, and they had to go and survive. I think Susan believes she's alive and intelligent because she says she have agency, a concept meaning having the ability to act and affect your environment.
Dying trees even seems to know the future. Before they die, they want their offspring to start making new root connections.
Showing that she's have some understanding of their destiny, even everything that happens in someone's life and what will happen in the future.
So it seems that trees are much more intelligent than we thought, Georgina.
It certainly is going to change how I feel about going for a walk in the woods, surrounded by all those intelligent trees checking to each other. I wonder if they have family arguments.
Well, I won't argue with one of those really gigantic trees, such as, well, Georgina, you tell me. You
You missed your quiz question about the last living tree.
exactly what do you say?
I said the last cur- currently living tree was B, a giant redwood. Was that correct, Neil?
Well, you got the giant part right, Regina, but in fact the answer was C, a giant sequoia named General Sherman. He lives in California's giant forest. He is a whopping 83 meters tall and measures a massive 33 meters around the trunk.
Well, and I bet he has a huge family tree.
Right then, Gina. Let's recap the vocabulary we have used to discussing intelligent trees, starting with family tree. A diagram showing the relationships between family members.
Trees are intelligent enough to communicate with their children or offspring. These plants, pla- young plants which have grown from seeds are also known as seedling.
Another word we learned is kin, an old-fashioned way of saying family.
According to she expert Susan Simmons, trees have argument. are terms describing the ability to act and influence your surroundings.
And the fact that trees make all kinds of decisions about their lives suggests they understand their destiny, everything that happens to someone during their life, including in the future.
Thank you for joining our walk through the woods of English vocabulary. Remember, you can find more topic discussion on our website.
As well as a whole forest of English language resources at bbclearningenglish.com. Goodbye for now.
Bye.